Hi, I have a story I want to share with you. I don't know the origin of this story. It was told to me many years ago. Um, and I gotta eat my watermelon because it's hot out here. And the only way I'm able to stay out here is to eat this watermelon while I'm out here. I'm earthing. Anyway, back to the story. This story was told to me many years ago, and I don't even know the name of it. I'm going to call it The Ham. Okay? So, and I may retell it differently than how I was told because I remember the main point, but I don't remember all of the other details about the story. Okay, so there's this family, and they have a tradition. They always have ham, like, I don't know, for Christmas or, yeah, probably for Christmas, okay, or Easter. They always have ham, and it's basically grandma's recipe, right? And they pass on this tradition through their family, and everybody always makes it the same way that grandma made it, okay? And one day somebody in the family, probably a granddaughter, let's just say a granddaughter of that grandma, who's now an adult with her own family, is making ham the way grandma did it. And grandma always, she had her own unique way of doing things, and she always cut off the end of the ham. She always cut off the end, and nobody knew why she did that. It's just something everybody did because that's how grandma did it. No one questioned why. They just took it as that's part of the recipe, that's how it's done. So one day, this granddaughter, now grown up, is making ham for Easter or Christmas, who knows, for a family gathering. And she's cutting off the end of the ham and putting it in the pan and getting it ready to put in the oven. And one of her children asks, "Why do we cut the end off of the ham?" And she says, "I don't know. That's just the way grandma always did it." So later on, grandma comes over and they ask the question, "Grandma, when we make ham, why do we always cut the end off of the ham?" And grandma says, "Oh, I always do that because that's the only way it can fit in the pan that I have." See, there was no real reason why everybody needed to do it the way that grandma did it. So this story, the point that I want to make is, where in your life are you cutting off the end of the ham and you don't even know why you're doing it? Maybe take a look and see, are there traditions, are there things that you've just accepted as this is the way it's done, and you just accept it and you do it, and it becomes a family tradition. It becomes, this is how we do things in this family, right? Or this is how we do things, and nobody questions. Nobody questions why. Nobody questions whether or not it makes sense. Okay? We need to start questioning everything. You need to start questioning everything. And you need to ask the questions. You need to ask why. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Okay? So I invite you to do this, to examine, to take a good look at your life and look at all the things that have been passed on to you, and have been accepted, possibly accepted by you as this is how we do things. And take a look and see, are you cutting off the end of the ham because that's the way it's always been done? Is there another way that you can do something, and put your unique signature on it? Because we weren't meant to just follow everybody else and do things the way everyone else does them. We weren't meant to do that. We are meant to forge our own paths, like that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to do things. I don't mean like let's reinvent the wheel, but it's okay if you do, because then it's like your unique wheel. But yeah, I guess I am talking about conformity again, and how to step outside that box and be authentically yourself and allow yourself to explore, because that's what brings the most joy in life, is exploring and doing it in a way that feels natural to you, to your way of being. So I invite you to do that. Have a great day.